Hey, how are y'all doing? I'm here and I was in the middle of a whatnot show. So I did a couple whatnot shows today and they did not go that great, but you gotta stay in it. It's Q4, you gotta get things done. Anyways, I was finishing the whatnot show and then I saw this headline on Facebook and I wanted to take a moment to go through this article. I guess this is breaking news. So in today's business and financial news, let's talk about the CEO of UnitedHealthcare. He was, I don't know if we can say the word, he was powwowed and unalived outside a Midtown Manhattan hotel on Wednesday morning. So here in Chicago, it is like 10:30, so it's still Wednesday, but I guess this happened even earlier this morning. And I am a little bit familiar with United Healthcare just because I have a good friend who works there or who worked there. She doesn't work there anymore. So that's what I know of United Healthcare, but I find it interesting and unfortunate because you don't think of things like this happening to CEOs, right? So let's take a look at this article. The article is by Fox 32. And where is this? It says Fox 5 New York, but anyways, it's Fox. This is just the first one that came up. It's Fox 32 Chicago. That makes sense. I'm in Chicago. This just was in my news feed for this morning, but it says summary. Well, what's the title? It says, who is Brian Thompson, United Healthcare CEO, fatally powwowed in targeted attack? In a targeted attack. I guess with CEOs of major corporations, you don't vote people reaching out to them in this way. And who's mad at United Healthcare? Do you all know anything additional about United Healthcare? Anyways, it says the brief. The CEO of United Healthcare was fatally unalived in Manhattan before he was scheduled to speak at an investor conference. So it's whoever knew about him knew that he was going to be at this investor conference. And then it says police say the unaliving may have been targeted. Looks like it definitely was targeted. It says Midtown. Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare, was powwowed and unalived outside a Midtown Manhattan hotel Wednesday morning in what police are calling a targeted attack. It says Thompson, who was 50. So 50, that's so young. 50 and a CEO. That's impressive. I don't know how old the average age of a CEO is, but 50 and being the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, that's doing pretty good. But a man 50 who has served as the Fortune 500 company CEO since April 2021 was reportedly powwowed in the chest by a masked man around 6:45 a.m. near West 54th Street and 6th Avenue outside the Hilton Hotel. That's pretty early, 6:45 a.m. So if he's there to speak at a conference, let's say the conference started around 8 or 9, so he's getting there early and it sounds like someone was waiting. He was taken to Mount Sinai West Hospital where he was pronounced unalive according to the New York Police Department. It says Thompson was known for United Healthcare's he was in town. He was in town for Healthcare's 2024 investor conference. According to the United Healthcare's website, the company was set to stream the conference beginning at 8 a.m. So it was at around 8 a.m. that they were going to start streaming. And it says the stream had started as of 9:30 a.m. Well, of course they aren't going to start the stream at 9:30 because their CEO is gone. This is like really sad news. I've seen like CEOs of major corporations up close and personal from my time in corporate America, and usually they were surrounded, by their direct reports to make sure employees didn't spend too much time trying to talk to them because they're busy people and they're C-level executives, but you don't necessarily see a lot of security on them. Maybe they have like secret security, like the Secret Service, but this is just really unfortunate. Let's just keep reading through this article. So it says the streaming was supposed to begin at 8 o'clock, and then no stream had to begin at 9:30. And this article, well, like I said, right now it is 10:30 Chicago time, so that means it would be about 11:30 New York time. Anyways, CNBC reports that the conference, which was taking place at the hotel where Thompson was powwowed, has been canceled. That makes sense. Bloomberg reports that United Healthcare executive presentations were underway until 9:10 a.m. when the company addressed the crowd. So it sounds like they tried to keep some of normalcy going for a few hours if he was aimed at 6:45, and then they kept the conference going till at least 9:10, so kept going. I guess maybe they didn't know how serious the situation was, so they didn't want to stop. That was it. It says Bloomberg reports that the UnitedHealthcare executive presentations were underway until 9:10 a.m. when the company addressed the crowd. We're dealing with a very serious medical situation, Andrew Whitty, CEO of United Health Group, said, according to Bloomberg. How many CEOs do they have of this company? Let's scroll back up. Okay, so Brian Thompson is the United Healthcare CEO. And then how is Whitty the CEO too? He's the CEO of United Health Group. United Health Group, so I guess that's different. Or maybe it's a subsidiary, I'm not sure. Do you all know in the comments? Let's see what you said. Beautiful and beautiful voice, thank you. Lovely hand gestures. Okay, thanks, buddy. And then he says, you rub hands, you just must have played hand moisturizer. I didn't, I'm just cold. I'm in Chicago, and it's cold. It's cold where I am. I probably need to turn up the heat. But you know, heat is expensive, okay? Heat costs money. Do you remember when you're little and your parents are like, close the window, it's not free to heat, we aren't trying to heat the outside? And you get older and you're like, yeah, I understand. Okay, let's get back to our article. Where was I going? Okay, they're dealing with a medical situation. Though police have said it was a targeted attack, they have not yet released a motive. That's the point. Like, what is the point of shooting? Oh, I don't know if I can say that. What is the point of bringing harm to the United Healthcare CEO? I haven't heard drama or anything concerning United Healthcare. Do you all know anything? I need to ask my friend that used to work there. I sent her a message. I sent her a message this morning. Like, what is going on? Okay, let me get back to this article. They're dealing with a situation. They haven't released the motive, and no suspects have named. Did they get the suspect? Okay, now it gets into information about the suspect. The suspect, who is wearing a backpack, is described as a 6-foot-tall man with a slim build. He was last seen wearing a cream-colored jacket with black gloves and a black mask. That's a little bit different because, you know, usually when they talk about these suspects, they're wearing all black or all dark colors. Isn't that how it always is? But this person says he was seen wearing a cream-colored jacket with black gloves and a black mask. He fled north on 6th Avenue following the shooting. So it seems like people saw him running away. But I mean, would you really pursue someone that had just done something like that? No, you'd probably call the police. Better safe than sorry. Witnesses that spoke with Fox 5 New York said it appeared that the suspect had been waiting for hours, even overnight, outside the hotel. Well, if somebody's waiting overnight in a cream-colored jacket outside the hotel, wouldn't someone from the hotel go over and be like, can we help you? That's just kind of weird, right? But it's New York, so people are out at all times of the day and night, right? Does it know about this area of New York? Let me go back up and see where they said. So this happened, they said, around 6:45 a.m. near West 54th Street and 6th Avenue outside the Hilton Hotel. I can't tell you anything about New York. Maybe somebody in the comments you know about New York. Let's get back to the article. So it sounds like people had seen him. He had been waiting for hours, maybe even overnight, but it doesn't sound like anyone said anything about it. According to the New York Times, Thompson had arrived early to prepare for the conference. That's what you have to do in corporate America. You have to get there early. You have to be ready with all your notes and everything ready to go. So he got there early to prepare for the conference. The shooter reportedly knew which door Thompson was going to enter and was just feet away from Thompson when he pow-powed him several times, then fled on a bicycle. Okay. This is just beginning to sound really absurd. He has cream-colored jacket with his black mask and his black gloves, and he's on a bike. I mean, I guess it's New York. Who's on a bike? Let's do something like this. I could see if there was like a getaway car, or he's running, but he's on a bike, and it's winter time. Do you all bike a lot? Not even a scooter, not even a motorized scooter, bike. Let's keep going. So now the article gets into the section about who is Brian Thompson. Who is Brian Thompson? I'm sorry, I said the wrong name. It says Thompson was named Chief Executive Officer for UnitedHealthcare in April 2021, according to UnitedHealthcare's website. He lived in Minnesota, where the company is based. Yep, I don't think I've been to United Healthcare's headquarters, but my friend, when she worked in Minnesota, I went up there and visited her. So we got to go around Minnesota, see the Mall of America, got to see where Target is. Got to see Prince's estate. I'm trying to think what else I would do in Minnesota. I think that was it. I was just up there for a couple days. It was nice though. It wasn't winter time. Anyways, enough about me. He lived in Minnesota where the company is based, so he had gone from Minnesota over to New York, not too far. Before that, he was the CEO of United Healthcare's government programs business, including Medicare and retirement and community and state. He worked at United Health Group since 2004 and served in multiple leadership roles. All right, and then they show us it's like a screenshot from this might be his Instagram or maybe it looks like Instagram. It looks like a screenshot where he's showing this is a couple years old for the screenshot, but the post is from a couple years old. And it looks like he's highlighting United Healthcare Children Foundation. So he's out on the golf course with some kids and some adults. I guess they're supporting the Children's Foundation. The article continues, before he joined United Health Group, Thompson was a CPA at PricewaterhouseCoopers LLP. He was a valedictorian of his class at the University of Iowa, according to his LinkedIn profile. So that's very smart. He was a CPA. He was a valedictorian of his class at the University of Iowa. Have you all been to the University of Iowa? I have not been there. I've been to Cedar Rapids. I've been to Cedar Rapids in Iowa. I think that's it. I worked for a company one time and they had a call center over in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And I was on marketing, so we were going over to collaborate with our team. Okay, back to this. United Healthcare is ranked 5th on the Fortune 500 and employs more than 100,000 people worldwide. Yeah, it's a big company, 100,000 people. It's the 5th largest health insurer in the U.S., according to CNBC, providing health insurance for more than 49 million people in the United States. Optum segment also provides care, runs one of the nation's largest pharmacy benefits management businesses, and offers technology services. It says Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, who we know most for running as the vice president nominee for Kamala Harris. Anyways, Tim Walz called Thompson's death horrifying and a terrible loss for the business and healthcare community in Minnesota. Okay, so that is the summary. That is the article from Fox 32 News in Chicago concerning Brian Thompson. What do you all think? Like, that to me is just, that's a lot. Like, I could see I couldn't see, but you could somewhat understand if it was a controversial company. I'm not going to name any controversial companies because you wouldn't want this to happen to anyone, but it's United Healthcare. Like, healthcare is something that we all need. I don't know anything really negative or trending about United Healthcare. Let me see what you guys might be saying in the comments. I need better setup. What's your glove size? Oh my goodness. Let's see. Do I play the piano? These are a lot of questions. You must really like hands, sir. All right, let me see. There's any other articles before I let you all go. Brian Thompson. I know this is just really fascinating to me. Let's go to see what CNN said, okay? I gotta be fair and balanced in my news coverage. I read you all a report from Fox News, so let's go to see what CNN has. Is this newer? It says a 3-minute read, and this is from 11/29, so this might be a little bit newer. It says the alleged unaliver is still at large after United Healthcare so fatally powed in an apparent targeted attack, law enforcement says. So this might not have a whole lot of new information for us. I'm going to read through it real quick, though. Real quick. Do you all have any questions or you have any additional information for me? No, just Mr. Eric and the hands. All right. It says the CEO of United Healthcare was powed and unalive in Midtown Manhattan Wednesday morning in an apparent targeted attack. He was about to attend the company's annual investor conference, a law enforcement official tells CNN. The power remains on the loose. Brian Thompson was walking toward the New York Hilton Hotel in Midtown Manhattan dressed in a suit and tie to attend the UnitedHealthcare annual investor conference being held in the ballroom. A Power attacker masked in the freezing temperature. Exactly. It's cold. It's cold where I am. I know it's cold in New York. And this guy was on a bicycle, but let's keep going. The Power attacker, masked in the freezing temperature, waited about 10 minutes before Thompson's arrival, before opening fire multiple times, striking Thompson from about 20 feet away, investigators tell CNN. So the article said that the attacker might have been there overnight, but maybe not, because this one says he had only waited about 10 minutes. It's freezing right now, so I can't see how somebody would be waiting overnight on a bike outside. You never know. It says the Power fled, cutting through an alley and hopping onto a bicycle, BF told CNN. Investigators are continuing to canvass the area. Police currently believe that the suspect fled into Central Park. So I guess Central Park is close. Does anyone know how close? Oh, they have a map. A map on here. Okay, let's keep going. They think he's through or into Central Park. The 50-year-old executive was powwowed in the chest. Responding emergency workers took him to Mount Sinai West in critical condition, where he was pronounced unalived, according to the NYPD. The powwowing happened in Midtown Manhattan at 53rd and 6th Avenue. So they show on this map where the powwowing happened. Oh, yeah, Central Park is like really close. Yeah, so it looks like Central Park is only maybe a couple blocks away. That makes sense why they think he might have gone that direction. Or he might have gone somewhere else. All right, let's see if there's any more to this article. The manager of the parking garage across the street from the hotel told CNN he was inside the garage at the time of the pow, and he did not hear any shots. So the manager of the parking garage said he was across the street, but he didn't hear anything. The suspect shot Thompson with what appeared to be a silencer, according to a law enforcement official. So maybe that's why the person across the street didn't hear anything, because there was a silencer, maybe. All right, I got oh, that was a message. And did you? Oh my goodness, you all have interesting comments. Okay, this article continues. We are deeply saddened by this morning's events in the area, and our thoughts are with all affected by the tragedy. Additional questions should be directed to the NYPD. A New York Hilton Midtown general manager told CNN, noting that Thompson was not a registered guest at the hotel. Well, he probably wouldn't be a registered guest because he's just a speaker. He's not there to like stay in a room unless he was staying overnight. No, it sounds like he was just there for the investor conference, and then he was leaving because he arrived in a suit and tie. So he had either been staying somewhere else, likely, and he just goes there to like do his presentations. Despite details on the circumstances are not immediately clear, but investigators say it appears to be a targeted powwowing. No arrests have been made, and the investigation is ongoing, the NYPD said. Police are expected to provide a briefing on the incident at 11:30. So the briefing might be going on right now. CNN reached out to UnitedHealthcare for comment, and then they continue into Thompson was named CEO for UnitedHealthcare in April 2021. UnitedHealthcare, as part of UnitedHealth Group, ranked 5th in the Fortune 500 according to the company. So UnitedHealthcare is part of UnitedHealth Group. UnitedHealthcare's parent company, UnitedHealth Group, abruptly ended its scheduled conference Wednesday morning, citing a very serious medical condition or situation with one of their team members. The company did not comment further. Minnesota governor and former vice presidential candidate Tim Walz called Thompson's death a terrible loss for the business and healthcare community in Minnesota. This is a horrifying and shocking act of violence. My thoughts are with Brian Thompson's family and loved ones and all those working at UnitedHealthcare in Minnesota, Senator Amy Klobuchar said in a post on X Wednesday morning. I'm horrified by the assassination of my constituent Brian Thompson this morning in NYC and have his family in my prayers. Congressman Dean Phillips of Minnesota's 3rd District wrote. And then it just says, this is a developing story and will be updated. All right, so that is what's going on right now. Again, I was just in the middle of one of my whatnot shows. I did 2 hours this morning, and this just came up on my feed, and it was of interest to me. So, this is really unfortunate. And, our thoughts are with his friends and family and with those at UnitedHealthcare, because it seems like it's a big loss for them. And hopefully they're able to catch whoever did this. This is just really uncalled for. All right. Well, I think that is all for today. Thanks for stopping by my live and commenting about my hands. I'm not really sure what that's about, but I'm glad that you were able to make it. And make sure you follow us, Kind Kayla, and I guess we'll see you next time. All right. See ya.